You know, it's one thing to have one deadly earthquake anywhere near where you might live, not to mention having two deadly earthquakes within the same week in the same region of your country, but then imagine that earthquake taking place on the exact same day on two separate occasions on two totally separate years. Well, my friends, that is where we find ourselves today as another major earthquake has struck Mexico. We are going to break this all down right here, right now. Let's go. Alright, my friends, it is good to be back, but not on the best terms. We are looking at another major earthquake that struck southwestern Mexico, a 6.8, downgraded from a 7.0. That would be two 7.0 or greater earthquakes in the last 3 days. As I'm sure many of you know, there was a major earthquake just 3 days ago, September 19th, a 7.6, downgraded from nearly an 8.0. The first reading I got was a 7.9, just 21 miles away from today's 6.8 earthquake. As of right now, the information about this most recent earthquake, the 6.8, there has been one reported death and many people missing. There is still a lot of information being put out as we speak, so what we have right now is basically what you're looking at right here. A 6.8 magnitude earthquake hit southwest Mexico early Thursday, killing at least one person, just days after another deadly quake. And we're going to talk about that earthquake in just a moment because it is unbelievable the synchronicities going on with that specific earthquake. But as far as the stats for this earthquake, you can see right here, 24.1 kilometers in depth, fairly shallow. When you get an earthquake of this size, 24 kilometers in depth is definitely going to be felt on the ground. As you can see here on Volcano Discovery, they still have it labeled as a 6.9. The first readings were a 7.0, which would technically mean that one 7.0 and then one nearly 8.0 earthquake struck just 21 miles apart from each other. Now, the earthquake back on the 19th has really stirred things up, not only because of the size of it, but now because it is the third deadly earthquake to take place on the exact same day, September 19th. You can see this title right here. There is no holding back on people making this connection, that the fact that three major earthquakes have all taken place on the exact same day, the first of which being on September 19th, 1985, an 8.0 struck, leaving 9,500 people dead. That is an incredible number of people, not to mention the fact that an 8.0 really does hit headlines. It's a different story than a 7.0 or high-grade 6s. When you hit that 8 number, it is a whole different ballgame. Now, really quick, I'm going to read this to you. Three powerful earthquakes have struck Mexico on September 19th in 1985, 2017, and now 2022. The unlucky coincidence has driven anxiety high for many. The last two quakes also came very shortly after the annual earthquake drill conducted every September 19th to commemorate that first giant 1985 earthquake. This is just some unbelievable stuff. Now, back in 2017, the Puebla earthquake of September 19th, 2017 was an estimated magnitude of a 7.1. This was also a very deadly earthquake, killing 370 people with over 6,000 injured. Over $8 billion in damage. But the point of the matter here is that moving forward, whenever September 19th arrives, it's going to be a very anxious day for the country of Mexico. I mean, what are the chances of this actually happening? Three major earthquakes on the exact same day on 3 separate years. It just does not happen. Any new info I receive on this 6.8 magnitude earthquake that struck today on the 22nd, I will bring to you. We are back in business here on the channel. I missed each and every one of you. It's very nice to be back, but on bad terms. And don't worry, we're going to be talking about those hurricanes as well. I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. Questions or concerns, leave down below. Shout out to Canada, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. Stop right there, my friends. If you have not already, click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Click all and you will get all notifications from this channel. And trust me, you won't be disappointed.